Hey everyone, welcome to a new podcast by Affinity Streaming, Pilots. We will be watching and reviewing first episodes of TV shows, old and new, whether they ran for one season or 20. Joining me is Sarah. How are you, Sarah?
Hello. Good, and you?
Great. Good to see you again. Please subscribe to our YouTube and follow our socials, Facebook and Instagram. We are at Affinity Streaming Podcast. All right, today's episode is Black Mirror.
Yes, the first episode of Black Mirror.
Season 1, Episode 1. The title was called National Anthem, and spoilers are ahead.
Yeah.
All right, this episode was directed by Otto Batworth and written by Charlie Brooker. It first aired December 2011 and can currently be found on Netflix. It was 44 minutes long, starring Rory Kinnear as Michael Callow, the Prime Minister of, is the Prime Minister of England or Britain?
I think
or London? Britain?
I think Britain, yeah.
Okay. So basically the British Prime Minister is blackmailed into having intercourse with the pig. Awesome. Sarah, why don't you tell me some of the positive things you like or about this episode? What did you like about it?
First of all, I would say that it made me think a lot. So I would say that I enjoyed it, but the part because it made me think, not because what I was seeing, I was enjoying it. But the positives are like, I think this episode is trying to picture how society can work and what internet and the power that internet can make, even like can threaten the prime minister. And it make me think a lot about how we are like exposed everyone, and how like if you have a bad idea with the technology that we have, like anything is possible, and it's kind of like scary. What about you? What do you think?
I did feel it was a commentary on our use of social media and the effect social media has on the country, even like Britain and US, and our fascination with scandal. Like we like scandal, like as a society, we like building people up to tear them down.
The gossip.
Yeah, we like the gossip. We like crazy stuff. I mean, the episode kept my attention. I thought the acting was great. The guy who played the prime minister was amazing.
I think so too.
It was very interesting plot. The premise was great. Overall, I enjoyed the episode. A lot of positives. A lot of positives.
So, what did you take about this pilot? Like, did you like it, or?
It was uncomfortable at times.
I think it was the point, though.
Yeah, was it though?
I really enjoyed that I watched it with you, and your face is like I feel like if a pilot or like a film, a short, whatever, what you're watching, like it makes you react. I feel like they accomplished something, and in our case, like the first time that I watched it, because for me it was a rewatch, when I saw that the intercourse is gonna happen, because they didn't have time to fix it, or to find the person, or to fake it, or whatever, like other I don't know, ways to solve it that could happen. So when I saw your face when everything like is gonna happen, that was like my reaction when I was watching it too, and it was like, I can't believe that is happening. And like they actually like made it happen in the show. And if you think about it, like yes, they could like make it happen too, like in the real world, So if it's, even if it's disgusting, if you're like creating a reaction to the audience, it's great. I think it's great.
Yeah, but did it create a positive reaction? Like I got a negative reaction. Like I didn't
What was the negative
Like,
reaction?
I mean, I felt uncomfortable. I didn't want to see the end of the episode. Like, I didn't. I wanted to turn it off like halfway through just because I have a weak stomach for that stuff. Like, that's the reason I can't watch like horror movies.
But the episode like finished like with a lot of openings, and you were mad about it.
Yeah.
So you wanted to keep watching.
Yeah. Well, let's jump right to the negatives then, if we're going to do that, because the negatives, the ending was so unsatisfying to me. I needed some closure on that case.
But I think for a pilot and doing that thing, it's a great thing because it keeps you like wanting more with all the openings.
Yeah, so if that's a pilot and there's more going on, but this, as far as I know, is an anthology series where that's it.
There's no more. There's a separate. Every episode is completely different from the other one.
Yeah.
But
so if that was the first episode of a 10-issue story about the Prime Minister, I would have been like, okay, put the second episode on. But because I knew that was the end of the story, it was unsatisfying.
But I think about like Black Mirror, just in my like perspective, just want to point out like the black side of society. So they just want to point that out instead of like explaining it.
I understand.
You know?
And it was a great...
That was great.
Yeah, it was like, great. It was great about how like they had the people at the hospital who were like glued to their TV for an hour. Everyone. Like that's sad, really. It's a sad look for humanity, but I wanted, I don't know, I guess I wanted more believability in the story also. Like the premise was great, but my suspension of belief could not get over the fact that a painter artist got away with this whole thing. I needed more, even like a hint of someone in his office was helping or anything would have
I can understand.
Been better for me.
I can understand your point, like thinking that, but as the topic that it was like touching, I think that thing were like little details that weren't important for the story. Like it just like on YouTube, like you can learn anything. On internet, you can learn anything.
Yeah.
So how the artist like made it to work, I think it wasn't the point. I think the point was like, would you do it for like saving like a princess life, or you're just selfish and you don't do it, or you just do it because your reputation, you know, like for the votes, but if you do it, like you most probably lose your wife because she doesn't want it, and also like the reputation about her. So there's a lot of like items touched here, and also like all the reputation stuff. And also I feel like these also wanted to reflect how can be manipulated, because the princess was released like 30 minutes before the deadline. So because the artist knew that everyone wouldn't look like for her, instead of like everyone was like, he directed the attention from everyone to the TV instead of like, I don't know, keep watching the girl, I guess. So that's another like point, that we are so manipulated. We watch what they want they to watch and when to watch it. So I think it was great as a pointing like these dark side of society and power that we are living in our society,
and how crappy we are as human beings. So let me ask you, why was the wife mad at him? Like, I can't wrap that.
Why?
Yeah, why was the wife mad at the Prime Minister?
I think it's more a selfish reaction, instead of, because you can say, yes, we will be fine, but at the end, I'm not trying to justify her. I'm just trying to make a point, because I feel like, as you, like, she shouldn't, because he just had to, because what he is. But I don't agree that she could be like mad. So my point is like, maybe she thought she could handle it, but maybe she didn't. And at the end, like, she's a human, has emotions, and couldn't like get over it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm so glad that I made you watch it.
Nice. I'm glad I watched it, but I hated Hated every minute of it. Let me ask you one more thing. Like, do you in this situation? Like, this is a tough situation to be in. Like me personally, if I was put into that situation, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, would you know?
I don't think so. It depends on who was kidnapped.
Like, I mean, it was the princess. Yeah, and you're the prime minister. You should like respond for, your people.
Is she blood relative?
Boy.
But
no.
The other side of that is that today's society, our attention span is so short. He could do it, and then in 2 weeks there would be something else in the news cycle that would totally make people forget about it. Like, it's not like...
Yes and no, but maybe your career is done because no one was gonna vote you anymore because you didn't like do it for...
Man, I saved the princess. You're voting for me. Would you...
If you do it.
It's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, if he didn't do it and the princess died, like would the guy have actually...
It's alive. Like, you wouldn't like save a life if you have like the power?
It depends on whose life it is.
Okay. Careful.
All right.
I get it.
So let's get to the question. Did you finish this entire series, Black Mirror? Did you?
I did.
Okay.
And this one is the most that episode like kept me thinking like for 3 days, I guess, like a lot. It was like, oh my god, what I just watched, it's like how I would manage it if I would be in that position. And the other episodes are different and also the other interesting topics. But I think it wasn't as strong, impactful, like, as the first one. So, yeah, I liked it a lot because I like how they try to, point it out, like, the wrong stuff about our society. So, I enjoyed it a lot. And there's another season, like, that's released, like, I don't know how long ago, but there's another new season, like season 6 nowadays. And I'm gonna definitely watch it.
Well, initially I said there was no chance I would watch another episode of the show.
Why not? Why like it bothers you if you actually know the society is already messed up?
I just didn't. It didn't. The way I watch TV, it didn't sit well with me. It was uncomfortable. The subject matter was a little, and I'm not the only one. They got so many complaints when this show first aired. The British Office of Communication received like the third, or I think it was the third most complaints they'd ever gotten about this episode.
Because people doesn't want to know the truth, or doesn't want to like listen or see like what's happening,
Yeah, I mean, it was an uncomfortable subject matter. It was uncomfortable, like having...
So you watch TV for entertaining, and...
Yeah, but I also need closure when I'm watching
I see.
a show. Like, I don't like shows where the bad guy gets away with it. I want him to be caught.
So you didn't like the format, nor the topic, or...
It wasn't so much the topic.
It was the format.
The topic was uncomfortable. It was the resolution. Like, I need more. I need to know who was in on it, who helped this painter set up his computer internet software. Would he have really killed her? Like, he didn't even cut off her finger. He cut off his own finger. Like, that's why I think she was never in any danger. Was the princess in on it? Was also my other theory.
Also, but that's how like real life works. Like, you never know if what you see in the media is true or what it's actually like like certain. So you always like you have like all this information like from all the sources, internet, media, like Twitter, but you never know like 100% what is true or not, or who is involved, or who is like I don't know, threatening who, or
exactly
the guilt. Who is the guilty guy?
Exactly.
So it's how society works.
Exactly. That's real life. So I want my fiction to give me that closure.
So you want fiction easier.
Yeah, I want my fiction to give me the closure that life doesn't give me. But I'll say I'm in no rush to watch more. But maybe one day, if I'm
There's another topic that are more
bored,
soft.
I'll watch something else. All right.
Nice.
So let's. Our rating system for this is going to be pretty simple. It's going to be hated it, neutral, liked it, or loved it. And what are you gonna give it?
I loved it.
Sarah?
Maybe I have a dark side, but I don't know. Like I feel like it was brilliant, and it was like brave because who does that?
Yeah,
like you know,
it was brave. It was groundbreaking, I believe. And apparently, it was loosely based on a real incident with a prime minister and a pig.
There's always some truth behind.
Something. All right. I'll say I liked it. I won't hate it. I liked it.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I liked
even
it.
if it made you uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was fine. Only because I enjoyed the people I watched it with. So there you go.
Sure.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us on this inaugural episode of Pilots. I can't remember the name of it. Pilots by Affinity Streaming. And next week or next time, join us for season 1, episode 1 of Smallville. One of the greatest shows of all time.
Oh my goodness.
Greatest cast of all time.
That's your payoff.
And Sarah's gonna love it, just like she loved this episode. All right, guys.
We'll see.
See you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.